Hi guys, so I got tagged in the 23 non-crochet related questions, like souvenir thing that is going around the crochet community here on YouTube. And I saw this and got really excited because these are some really fun non-crochet, non-yarn related questions, just kind of giving you an inside thought on me and some of my likes, dislikes, a little bit of who I am outside of that whole crochet and yarn related community. And honestly, what I did is I printed off all the questions and I answered them. So when I got on here to make the video, I would have quick responses, quick answers. That way I wasn't hung up on a question, spending a lot of time pondering what my real true answer was, my feelings, my thoughts. I have it all down for you and ready to go. The only question that I couldn't answer, there's one question I couldn't answer, and I'll get to that in the list of questions. When I come upon it, I'll just be like, I couldn't come up with an answer. So, all right, are you ready? Let's dive right into these 23 non-crochet related questions. I'm excited to get started. All right, so number one, or the first question is, what is my favorite color? Not crochet related. And honestly, being a crocheter, or at least in an arts type of hobby, I love all color. I don't really have a favorite color because every color brings upon a different emotion and a different memory, a different thought. And so I love all colors. I really couldn't pick a favorite because there'll be one color over here that I just fall in love with one day, and then the next day I see this other color and I'm like, oh, but I love that one too, you know? So I don't have a favorite. But I do have a favorite hue of colors. I love anything that's highly saturated, really deep in the color. There's something about that highly saturated color that just makes me want to dive right in. It gives me the warm and fuzzies. I don't know. It's very important to me, and it can be any type of color as long as it's deeply saturated. I'm not big into the watercolors. I'm not big into the really light faded out colors. I'm super into like the tones that have more of an earthy, almost like brownish hue to it, but again, deeply saturated. So gosh, I love color. It's hard for me to actually select just one because they're all beautiful in their own way. Genre of music. And I wrote down next to genre of music, it depends. It depends on my mood, what I'm vibing with, what I need in my environment. Because I'm very eclectic when it comes to music. I love all types of music. And it depends on where you're catching me at. So if I'm rocking out in my car, I will generally have like 90s alternative music that I am listening to. I love 90s alternative music. Sing that all the time with my kids. They know it well too. I love current alternative music, like K-Flay is on my radar right now. I'm vibing with her music, her lyrics, and just everything that she's got to offer. I love like Post Malone. I dig him. But then if I need something different, I will listen to country music, and that puts me in a different vibe. And I'm listening to a lot of like Sam Hunt, which I love his music. And gosh, I even like to go like old school, like Brooks and Dunn. I'll listen to them. I just totally vibe off of it. Or if I need something more like upbeat, I want to be in more like a dancing mood, I love reggaeton and the high beat and how it makes me want to dance. And I also, if I'm in my office and I'm just trying to chill out, or I just need a calming vibe, I love Enya or the Celtic Women. I listen to them, and just their music, their voices, everything is just, it takes me to a whole other level. And so like I said, I am all about music. I love different types of music. It's all in the mood I'm in, what I want to vibe with, and my environment, where I need my brain to be. I even have a station on YouTube that I will listen to. It's called like work music or workspace, where there's no words. It's just melody, and it's good background noise for filler, because there's also that where I don't work well in silence. It's almost a distraction for me. Silence is distracting. I need something, whether it's like a coffee pot just brewing or just something melodious in the background. It's important for me. So all over the place. All right, what is my favorite food? This was also hard. I mean, multiple of these, I gave multiple answers. So favorite food, I never turn down Mexican food. I love Mexican food. Lots of different types of Mexican food. I love pasta. It's comfort food for me. I just really enjoy pasta, all types of pasta. Seafood. On my birthday, the last 3 years, I think it's been, we've gone to Crab Shack for my birthday because I love seafood. Just love it. It's so good. Oh my gosh. So those are my 3 faves, is Mexican, pasta, and seafood. All right. So favorite soda pop. I love Dr. Pepper. In fact, through discovery in those machines in restaurants where you can push all the buttons and add extra flavors to your soda, I think my favorite is like cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper. I think that's my favorite, but I generally really like Dr. Pepper or root beer. Those are my go-tos. But I also really like anything cherry flavored. Big into that. So yeah, cherry Dr. Pepper or cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper. All right, animals. What is my favorite animal? And then I gave multiple answers here. So domestic animal, I said the cat. I love kittens. I love cats. They're just, their personalities. They're very chill, very calming, very soft. They're adorable. And there's just, I'm a cat person. I am. I want to be a dog person. And there are some dogs I love, absolutely love. Like I love my 2 dogs. Little Barrett, who's a miniature Dachshund, and long-haired Dachshund. He's the funniest thing. I crack up with him all the time. And then I got my big teddy bear, Bella, and she is a Great Dane. And she's just very chill, very mellow, but very big. So it's funny, the different spectrums here. I have a little miniature Dachshund and a Great Dane. It's funny when we take them for walks. But I'm a cat person at heart. I really am. I also love alpacas. I think their look is chill. They're always smiling. They're super soft. I love how we can utilize their fur for yarn. I think that's a lot of fun. And their yarn is so soft. And they're just a really happy-go-lucky, relaxed, chill animal that's also very social. So I think that animal's a lot of fun. I enjoy the alpacas. And then hippos. If I were to go to the zoo, hippos are my favorite. They're my favorite exotic animal. I want to say like lions, zebras, giraffes, elephants. I love them all, but I think it's really the hippo I get excited about the most. Took me a second to really ponder that, think about that, but that's what I came up with. All right, what is my favorite holiday? By far, it's Christmas. I do love Christmas the most because of the decorations, the way it makes me feel, the holiday spirit that I get, and it's very powerful, and I think it's extremely special, especially the whole giving back and giving to people. It's not supposed to be a holiday of getting. It's supposed to be a holiday of giving, and I just love that, especially being a crocheter and being able to crochet a piece of me and myself and my hard work, and being able to gift that to somebody, and seeing how happy they are to receive it. It's very, very special. It's definitely, I almost wonder if being a crocheter and Christmas, they just tie together naturally in a way, because it's also in where I live, it's also where the time of year that it starts to get cold, and we start to need a lot of those crochet created items. I know there's other parts of the world where it's like December is their hot time of year and they're like feeling the very opposite, but I think that's just where it all connects for me. All right, my favorite book. I don't have a favorite book. I do not. I like a certain genre of books, so I like juvenile fantasy or anything that involves magic. I just think that's super cool, and the idea of things happening, adventures that get had, and I just, for some reason, fall into being most attracted to that genre of book. I've read many, many, many different series. Had a lot of fun with that. All right, favorite pizza toppings. Okay, so this will be interesting. So I say interesting because I'm going to tell you my favorite pizza toppings and then why it's interesting. First, I like pepperoni, Canadian bacon, black olives, and mushrooms. That's my favorite pizza toppings. The reason I say that's interesting is because I've lived in different parts of the United States. I think it was Tennessee I lived in for like 9 months, not very long, but I don't think they had Canadian bacon. It was either there or Washington. There was one state where they didn't have Canadian bacon. In fact, when we asked for Canadian bacon, which if you don't know what that is, it's just basically ham that's a circle, cut kind of like pepperoni, but it's larger. And sometimes people do Canadian bacon in like cubes and put that on the pizza, but I like the round, thin slices, and they didn't have any idea. They looked at us so weird. They're like, "What is that?" I was like, "Really? You don't know what Canadian bacon is?" But yeah, that and mushrooms. I love mushrooms on my pizza. I'm a huge fan of mushrooms and black olives. Has to be black olives. Right? I know. Don't don't think I'm gross. I'm not gross. That's so good. Oh, so good. All right, pastime. What do I do for my pastime besides crochet? I like to play Animal Crossing. I'm really into that right now. I like simulation games when it comes to video games. I like to be characters that do things. But after a while, I start to get mad at myself because I'm like, why am I like weeding in a video game when I should be weeding my own backyard? Or why am I like cleaning in this video game when I should be cleaning my own house? Like it starts to become really silly and I'm like, okay, I need to put this away. But yeah, I like Animal Crossing right now. A TV series. My favorite TV series is The Big Bang Theory. I just think it's hilarious and it's so smart, and you get unintentional learning through the show, but I love the dry humor. Dry humor is so funny to me. Favorite fruit? I'm into berries. I like, right now I'm super into cherries, raspberries, blueberries. Those are my favorite. I don't know if it's just because it's going into the summer or what, but I love berries. And cherries and raspberries are my favorite right now. Favorite vegetables? I really enjoy bell peppers, the yellow, the orange, the red, even the green. I like to dip it into like that veggie ranch dip. Oh, so good. So yummy. And carrots. I like carrots. Those are my favorite. I do like lots of different type of vegetables, but I'd say those are my favorites. Favorite subject in school? So I did like math. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like math at all, but what I liked about math is the formulas and how it was a lot of plug and play. It was like, okay, so I just have to put this number here and I put this number there and then I work it and I have an answer. And I loved that. I thought it was fun. It was almost like a puzzle where you just had to drop information in places. It was also just memorization on where it would go. And so I liked that. That was the fun part for me. In fact, I use math every day when it comes to my crochet too. I do a lot of conversions and I use math constantly when it comes to crocheting, especially with crochet pattern creating my own patterns, use math tons, lots of math. And also if I'm working a multiple stitch count requirement, like a certain pattern, and I need to know how many stitches to fit in the blanket, like I use math. So I'm using math all the time. You probably use math all the time too and don't even know it, or you know it, but you keep it to a minimum. Or you're brand new at crochet and you're just sticking with the simplest things so you don't have to do math. I mean, You'll end up having to do it eventually. But I'm going to try to work with you on how to make it as easy peasy as possible, really help you out. But I enjoy math. I think it's a lot of fun. Favorite actor or actress? And this was a funny question because I just recently like fell in love with an actress, and I was like, you know what? I actually love everything that she's in. I really, really love this actress. And it might surprise you, but my favorite actress right now is Helen Mirren. She is in a lot of different movies. She played Queen Elizabeth. She plays in a lot of action movies where like she was in Red. She was in National Treasures 2. She's been in Fast and the Furious a couple times. Oh my gosh, she's in a lot of movies, and I realized how much I love her. And so Helen Mirren. I love Jennifer Lawrence. In fact, I don't know if I love her acting. I think she is incredible. I think she is also an incredible feminist, incredible women's rights activist. She's super smart, and she also has really great style. And I try to like, if I were to look up to a certain actress for their look and their appearance, it's definitely Jennifer Lawrence. I love Michael Caine. And these are older individuals. So like Helen Mirren, Michael Caine, and Morgan Freeman. Those are my favorite. And 3 out of the 4 are all older actresses. And Michael Caine I love everything he's in. He's such a great actor, and he's funny, and I enjoy him. And same thing with Morgan Freeman. Like, I love everything he's in, and he's funny, and they're just so good at what they do. And so those are my favorite actors, actresses. In fact, when I see movies come out with these individuals in them, I have to see the movie. So that was a big key, like, thing for me. All right, favorite singer. Right now, I really enjoy, like, Post Malone. I love his lyrics. I love his tone of voice. I really enjoy his music, his melodies. They're spot on. I just really vibe with it. I really love Kay Flay, like I mentioned before. Again, her lyrics, her vibe, just her music, melody, awesome, on point. But then I also, if it comes down to like vocals, Celine Dion. Oh, I've been listening to her a lot lately too, and talk about incredible talent. Incredible talent. So Celine Dion, just love, love, love her. She is definitely one of those icons when it comes to singing. Okay, favorite superhero. This one was hard for me because I'm not a big superhero nut. In fact, when I was thinking, okay, who's my favorite? I was like, when I was a little girl, who did I try to pretend to be? And then I would like dive straight into X-Men. Like those were the characters that like I tried to emulate, were the X-Men character. And I was like, Mystique was probably someone that I would have wanted to be, even though she's a bad guy. I would turn her into a good guy, to a superhero, not a villain, just because I love the idea of how she can change and look like anybody. But if it were to just be like the most recent Marvel characters or DC characters, honestly, I enjoy Iron Man. I enjoy watching the Iron Man movies the most. Those are the most fun for me. All right, favorite comedian, hands down, Gabriel Iglesias is my favorite comedian. He is so funny, and he's not vulgar. He doesn't use many, if any, cuss words at all. He's he's hilarious, and his scenarios and his jokes. I have rewatched his Netflix shows like 3-4 times, all of them, because they're all so good. In fact, even my son got into him where he's like, this guy's so funny, and I'm like, he's a little mature for you, but he's the jokes that my son understood. It's just super, super funny. So yeah, he's great. I wanted to see him live, but it didn't happen, didn't work out. So I hope one day in the future I can meet Gabriel Iglesias live, like watch his show live. All right, favorite season. is definitely fall or autumn. I love when the colors change. I love the temperature it is outside. It feels so great. Just being outside is magical. It's lovely, like the way the foliage, the plants, everything, just seeing how they change, feeling how the weather changes, feeling or like seeing the sky and seeing how the sky changes. And oh my gosh, you just feel it. And oh, I love it. I love, love, love fall, winter, or fall, autumn. Not winter. Winter's too cold. Winter's too cold. But yeah, I love fall, autumn. Favorite movie. So just recently, when I say recently, I mean like a couple months ago, the brand new Ghostbuster movie. I think it's called Afterlife. I've watched that probably 4 or 5 times since it's come out. I love that movie, and I don't know why. It's just so good, and the actors in it are so good, and I almost wonder if it's also a nostalgic thing, because I really enjoyed the original Ghostbuster movies so much. I've watched those many, many times, and that they brought back all of the characters for this most recent Ghostbuster movie. That, like, especially the end. I'm not gonna ruin any movie for you, but the end was super, like, I cried the first like 3 times I watched that movie, just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And so if you've never seen the movie, hopefully that's a good teaser for you to give it a try to watch it. But it could also just be a nostalgic thing for me. But yes, I really enjoy that movie. I don't even know why I haven't bought it, but I could actually probably watch it again here soon. Like, watch it again. Love that movie. Favorite smell is anything citrus. I love the smell of citrus. It wakes me up. It makes me feel really good. It just makes it affects me in positive ways. It just really brings me to life, and I just love the smell of citrus. It's my favorite. Best friend is Hannah. Hannah, who's also my moderator. Many of you probably recognize her from my lives, on my Tuesday lives. So Hannah is my bestie. She's my best friend. Favorite decade? I don't have one. I don't have a favorite decade. Some people are super into one or another. I mean, the 90s, I love their music, but there was a lot of other stuff. I didn't care for their clothes. I didn't care for the colors, the patterns. There's a lot I didn't care for, but I do like the music and the vibes. So if I had to go off of that, I would say the 90s. And that's just, I think it's just because that's when I was most influenced. I was going through my preteen, teenage years in that time. That's really when I did a lot of my development. So I think that's why it affects me so much, why I'm so connected to it. But so I'd say the 90s, but I don't really have a favorite decade. I don't stay very loyal to decades like that, I guess. And then favorite YouTube channels. This is the last question, and that was hard because it, again, depends on what I'm craving to watch, what I really want to watch. So I wrote down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different channels, and I have different reasons for these different channels. So number 1 channel that I go to is Catherine Manning. I love her. She was originally all about YouTube tips, tricks, data, things to follow, things to help you with improving your YouTube channel. And then she also mixed in vlog styles, and I really enjoy watching vlog style videos. I do. It makes me feel like I'm hanging out with a friend. And especially when we just went through COVID, we just went through all the lockdowns, the, what's the word? I can't remember the word, but basically where we were just all isolated and by ourselves, I was just craving a lot of like hanging out with other people, seeing what other, like almost like just eavesdropping or taking a peek into other people's lives. That was something that I was craving so much. And I loved her vlog videos a lot, but I also loved her content on how to improve my YouTube channel. So I was watching both of her channels, and now she's merged them into one. Catherine Manning, she's super cool chick, super cool chick. I really like watching Cinnamon Stitches because she does the same thing where she's all vlog style. It's all just her chatting about yarn, her talking about projects, her talking about her own life. And it's another one of those sneak peeks, me feeling like I'm just kind of hanging out, you know, just hanging out. And I love that. And I wanted to provide that for you on my vlog channel, is that kind of same vibe. And I need to get even more into that, because there's more I want to share with you. It's just also balancing with all the other things I have going on in my life. These other people, that is their channel. That's what they do. And I do many different things. So I really like Cinnamon Stitches. Think Media, I've been watching them for a long time. Think Media is all about improving your YouTube channel and different strategies, tips, tricks, tools, cameras, lighting, audio. Just, they really help me out with my YouTube channel and trying to grow it and be better at my content for you guys. In fact, it is Think Media's conference that I'm going to here at the end of this month. It's I'm going to be in Vegas, Las Vegas, the 20th through the 25th. 22nd, the 22nd through the 25th. I'm going to be in Vegas. So if you are in Vegas or you're going to the Think Media conference too, you will see me, and that's super exciting. So say hi if you're going to be there. I watch Peter McKinnon because I love his video style. I love how he does his videos, just that quick, immediate engagement, and his angles and his lighting and everything is so awesome and on point. He is super cool just to watch, even if he's a photographer also. So even if I don't really care about what it's about, it's just his video quality is so good. And there have been some very deep things that I've taken from his videos that are all just also content creator related, which I thought was super special, and I just value his content so much. And then we shoot over to me just wanting to be entertained, and I watch the Impossible channel, and he's really cool to watch. His stuff is all about like crazy stuff that happens in the world and gets caught on camera or video. And it's just kind of one of those like, what kind of channels I enjoy every now and then. And then only just recently I started popping into Popcorn Planet or Popcorned Planet to follow the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, but that's just because I thought his commentary was very interesting to listen to, and I love Johnny Depp. I think he is an incredible actor. I've been watching him since one of his first movies, Cry Baby. I've really followed a lot of him. I think he's incredible, and so just watching their trial has been interesting for sure. And so I watch Popcorn Planet for updates on that are fun, interesting, intriguing to watch. All right, so that is all 23 of the questions. It's been a long video. I hope you hung in there with me. I hope you were entertained, and I hope that that you enjoyed watching me answer these 23 questions. Thank you so much for following along with me, following my journey with crochet, just hanging out with me, watching my videos, and just thanks for just chilling with me, hanging out with me. Like I said, sometimes that's all I want. So if I was able to provide that for you, I think that's awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I will see you with my next video. Bye. Oh, and I'm tagging Creative Grandma. You've been tagged.